I still can't believe I'm a part of this movie. It still freaks me out every day because I'm like, I grew up with this franchise. I feel like each movie was such a significant part of my childhood. I mean, I remember just watching Toy Story 1 over and over and over and over again. And it's just such a weird, like, full circle moment to be here and part of this iconic franchise. I can't believe it. It feels like a dream. I play Officer Giggle McDimples. She is the tiniest toy to ever exist in the Toy Story universe. She is probably about this big. She's 1 inch tall, and she sits on Bo's shoulder. That's kind of like where her stomping ground is. And they're best friends. They kind of like are yin and yang, and they found each other because they were both these kind of lost toys. And she is so full of life. She's brutally honest. She will say exactly how she feels, and she has a pretty iconic laugh. But she's like a drill sergeant. If Bo is the leader, then Giggle makes it all happen.
All right, this is Giggle's intro into the film,
Awesome.
and Woody has just met with Bo, and now Bo is going to introduce Giggles to Woody. Gigs,
Yo,
come on out. There's someone I'd like you to meet.
be right down. What's the situation? So we heading out of town or whoa? Who's this?
You remember the rag doll I told you about?
The cowboy?
Yep.
No way!
Don't stare.
I'm totally staring.
Okay, let's try one more where
Okay.
when we're here with Giggle, here she says, "What's the situation?" She's in full police officer mode.
Got it.
And then when she sees Woody, she snaps right out of it for, "Whoa, who's this?"
Okay, that's funny.
Same thing where she realizes he's a cop. She goes right into the shop and talking shop with him
Got it. Okay, okay.
for Howdy Sheriff.
Perfect. Whoa! You didn't tell me he was a cop. Howdy, Sheriff. Officer Giggle McDimples. Yeah, I run pet patrol for Minneapolis. Yeah, search and rescue. Ants, caterpillars, miniature poodles, spiders. I think it's so amazing to have so many strong female characters being brought into this franchise, because I think what's really cool about Giggle is that she's so tiny, but she's completely unafraid to say exactly how she feels. And I think for someone like me, when I was really young, I was incredibly shy, and I didn't speak that much because I was really kind of afraid of the outside world. And I think this character shows, especially young girls, that even if you feel really small in a big world, you can use your voice and be powerful and make an impact. And I mean, she inspires me all the time. I'm like, I don't know if I should say this. And I'm like, what would Giggle do? Giggle would be like, whatever, this is my opinion, and I'm gonna say it whether you like it or not. So I think it's so completely empowering and exciting.
The fourth one will be, please tell me what this is. And it ends up being, I think, just as profound and new as the previous movies were. They keep finding this new kind of reality to examine in the personas of Bo Peep, Gabby, myself, well, I say myself, Woody, and everybody else. No. But we are looking for a lost toy. She's a figurine. Used to be on that lamp in the window. Name's Bo Peep.
Bo Peep? Oh, yes, I know Bo.
You do?
Hop on in. We'll take you to her.
No, you don't have to do that.
Benson grabbed you.
Well, okay.
This is the scene where Woody meets Bo.
Yeah, right.
9 years later in the playground. And so we'll start here where Bo overhears that Woody still has
Oh,
a
yeah,
kid.
yeah, has a
And so
kid,
she's, and if you remember, Bo is a lost girl outside, so she has no idea Woody's past, and this is where she's learning about that.
No. He went off to college, but he gave us to Bonnie. She's this.
You have a little girl? No way.
Yeah. It's why I'm out here. Her other toy is trapped in this antique store, and I have to.
Second Chance Antiques? We know that store.
That's great. That is great. If you know the store, you could really help me find him. You like that upper register
I
that I
did.
still have since 1995? Still have a squeaky 13-year-old's voice? They say it's going to change one of these years.
Well, that's Woody, right?
Yeah,
They're getting up there?
let me tell you. No.
Come on, guys.
Oh, no, I have to. Here's the classic one here. This is here's a great Woody line here, which is, And he gave us to Bonnie. Bonnie needs him to get through kindergarten. That's Woody in a nutshell. That's Woody in a nutshell. Gabby Gabby is that very volatile combination of a sweet voice and a cute demeanor who has an agenda that is kept as close to her voice box as possible. Beware of anybody who views themselves as being less than anybody else and needs to acquire something by any means necessary to maintain their status.
I play Gabby Gabby, who starts off sort of seeming like the villain, and she's a 1950s doll who had a dysfunctional voice box her entire life. So a child never wanted to play with her, and of course a toy's entire purpose is to be loved by a child and to love a child. Here's the thing, as creepy as Gabby Gabby is, it's all very, very wonderful to me because I love antique stores. I always, as a child, wanted a ventriloquist doll, and my parents would never get me one. So later in life, my husband finally got me my ventriloquist doll, and it is in my office, and I love him so very much. So when I came in to do the voice, they were showing me this animation, and I said, you guys, this is blowing my mind. You have no idea, this little doll has red hair and blue eyes and hangs out with weird ventriloquist dolls. Like, she is me. Except for, hopefully I'm not as, maybe I am misunderstood. Maybe I'm really misunderstood.
All right, this scene we're going to do next is the intro scene of Gabby Gabby. And so Woody and Forky have come into the store, and we're going to start here where Woody's talking about Bo Peep. And then
The first time I see them in the antique store. Okay.
Exactly.
Oh, the store is about to open. Don't worry, we'll take you where no one will see us.
Oh, no, we can't stay.
Yes, you can. Bo Peep? Oh, yes. I know Bo.
You do?
Hop on in. We'll take you to her.
Oh, well, you don't have to do that. Benson picks him up. Oh, well, okay.
Benson, be careful with our new friends.
Wow, what service. Thank you for your help. I haven't seen Bo in years.
May I ask, when were you made? Gee, I wonder if we were made in the same factory. Wouldn't that be something? I gotta say, you are in great condition.
Josh Cooley directed this, and he did such an amazing job. He had such a clear idea of who these characters were and what he wanted, but was also collaborative and wanted to play. But it's a big deal to come into the Toy Story franchise and be the new director, and I think he just did it with such confidence and like such a clear vision that it made me feel really, really comfortable when I was in the room and felt like I had a really safe place to try things out and nothing was wrong, and we could just have a lot of fun, and I really appreciated that.
Trash? Trash. Trash! Trash! Trash, 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 trash.
There's so many things I love about Forky, and I think while I was doing it, and Josh Cooley, the director, was in the room, I just always had this, he's just a new child. Like, he's new to the world. And when you're new to the world, everything is curious and just so many questions. And also, like, people it's almost like an alien coming to this planet and being like, why are you eating a burger with 2 buns? Like, that's the most ridiculous thing. Like, why are you putting bread on top? You know, it just doesn't understand, like, why. And to the toys, like, why is everybody dropping to the ground when this large giant walks in? I don't understand how this happens. And so everything is new. One of my favorite things that they've done with Forky, because his design is very simple. It's a spork, it's some putty, it's 2 little popsicle sticks, it's some googly eyes, which is always funny, and these kind of pipe cleaners. Very simple. And the fact is, he's simple. And even to someone like Gabby Gabby, who's like the villain of the movie, he doesn't see her that way. He's always just like, you have a pretty smile. And yet and then like the creepy guys come along, Benson's, and it's like, that's a different story. You know, But he just doesn't. He doesn't see her as evil when everybody else kind of attaches that to her, and I love that perspective.
I'm going to give you a different direction, but it's pretty much the same direction.
Deja vu.
Really try and force Woody to understand that you are not a toy.
Right.
He's been telling you this for like 4 scenes, and you're
and
just
he's not
like,
listening.
you're not getting it.
Right.
I'm trash. Leave me alone.
No. I am not a toy. I'm a spork. Be quiet. I'm not gonna be quiet. I was made for soup, salad, maybe chili, and then the trash. I am litter. Freedom!
I think the tremendous beauty of this is, if you really think about it, he sees himself as trash. And Woody is like, no, you're made for something a lot more. You're made to be loved. You're made to be, to give someone love, to be held. And it's just like, God, like, who doesn't want to hear that? You know, if anybody thinks of themselves as trash, it's like, no, you're made for so much more. I mean, come on. That's a daily devotional right there. So it's like, that's a really powerful, beautiful message.
I play a character named Ducky, and he is a plush toy that is spent his entire existence, most of his existence, connected to a pegboard wall at a carnival, and he is threaded through it like a small piece of like polyurethane to another toy named Bunny. He's very loyal to Bunny. They bicker. They're like an old couple. They bicker like an old couple, but they have deep affection for each other, which you learn in the movie. He also has some self-esteem issues that he covers up with aggression.
Okay. All right. This is the scene. This is the intro of Ducky and Bunny.
Yep.
And so just remember that Buzz is tied into the game, and
Right,
you guys
right.
are so angry that he's there.
That's right.
Taking your spot.
We hate that he's there.
So I'll read opposite you with Bunny and Buzz.
Okay.
Hey, Lightyear.
Hey, up here, Astro Boy.
If you think you could just show up and take our top prize spot, you're wrong.
You're dead wrong.
You don't understand. I'm trying to.
Cheat the system and get with a kid? Yeah, we know.
No, I need a child to shower you with unconditional love. Join the club, pal.
Yeah, join the club.
Come on, help me get out of here.
I'll help you with my foot. You gonna get? I can't. I'm gonna try to get you with the foot. Bunny, what are you doing? I can't reach him, man. Help me out here. Come on.
Oh, sorry, Ducky. I'm not a mind reader, you know.
What's not to understand?
Huh?
You gonna make me say it?
What?
With these tiny legs, I cannot reach without your help. Ha! Yeah, how you like that, cheetah, huh? Yep, Pascal! Huh? To infinity and my foot? Yeah. What's that? Boom! Got you in the face again.
I play Duke Caboom in the film, and he's a daredevil, a stuntman. He's a toy that he's got his motorcycle, the Caboom cycle, and he's a character. You know, he's very brave. He's got a lot of heart. He's friends with Bo Peep in the world, and he has a sensitivity to him because he had a, you know, when he was unboxed in Christmas, Boxing Day, you know, he was, you know, his friend was Rajon, but you know, there was a commercial that said I could, you know, jump the Grand Canyon and all of these things, and he played with a toy, and I couldn't do it. It was a commercial, Rajon, a commercial, and this is kind of his wound, and through the course of the film, which is often the case in Toy Story, there's healing, and it's healing through the friendships, the companionships, the adventure, the task. You know, there's a lot of kind of teaching moments, but also, you know, through character and through love. You know, that wound for Duke is healed. You know, so I love Duke Caboom.
Great, let's do one more, and just same kind of idea where Duke is just reciting the commercial. It's constantly playing in his head there.
Right, but do you want Duke doing the commercial, or do you want what the Duke, like, should I be doing the voiceover of the commercial? Like, Duke Caboom, Canada's greatest stuntman. But if it was the commercial, maybe it would be different, like, Duke Caboom, Canada's greatest stuntman. Look who jumped 40 school buses and landed back into my life.
Hi, Duke.
Who's the cowboy?
Duke, meet Woody. Woody, meet?
Duke Caboom, Canada's greatest stuntman. Huh. Oh yeah. Ha. Huh. Yes.
Huh?
What brings you back, Peep?
We need your help. Gabby Gabby has his toy and my sheep.
No. Billy, Goat, and Gruff? Those are my girls. What struck me was the animators bringing such a physicality and physical humor and timing to all of the characters. You know, there's slapstick, there's comedy of circumstance. Oh no, oh my God, you know, dealing with new situations. And then how the characters, you know, speak to each other is very funny. I mean, Buzz Lightyear is just a miracle, you know. Tim's performance in that is just, I mean, it's so great, you know. You know, the person inside me, who? You know, I mean, like, yeah, it's just so fantastic.
Pixar has had a phenomenal success at hitting them out of the park. And I didn't think that 2 could be as good as 1 because it was so, 1 was so complete. 2 broadened it up a little bit. 3 drilled it. And then when Andy said goodbye, and the last shot is of us on the porch, which if I recall, that was the last shot of the movie, supposed to be. But again, my memory is that the little girls, Bonnie, saw us. You go, wait a minute, she could probably take care of us. And you're thinking to yourself in preliminary look at it, hey, why not? And then they came up with 4, and it changed many times. The story changed. I only got snippets of it. And I said, of course, is Buzz got a bigger part besides just going, always watching Woody's back? Woody, look out! Look out, Woody! It seemed to me for a while that's what I was saying, and it's the story they came up with, but in a different variation. And I said, yeah, it was any chance to. I love these characters. I love playing Buzz. So yeah, I said I was all in. That was a long way to go to say Toy Story 4. Yes.
This is the one in the RV we were just talking about, where it's between Buzz and Woody. Woody's sitting there. This is he first learns about the inner voice.
Is this it?
Yeah, this is it.
Want me to take the next watch? I'll keep an eye on Forky.
No, I need to do this. That little voice inside me would never leave me alone if I gave up.
Who do you think it is?
Who?
The voice inside of you. Who do you think it is? I read the first draft, and that was good. And then there was a working animation that was almost like, I think, better than Toy Story 1. I mean, the technology, overall, this thing is so beautifully shot. It's so rich. It's almost startling. The hair on the kid's head and it was amazing. Looking at the Bonnie's eyes.
There was a whole team at Pixar who was put on, it was called Team Bo, and they wanted her to be modern, and they wanted her new look to suggest the experiences that she's gone through, and it's been like 7 years or something like that. So they wanted her to, I mean, she's a little, on the outside, she's a little the worse for wear. But she's the journey that she's been on has really made her wise and strong, and she's great. Oh, she thinks he is, that he's been lost a while.
Exactly. She learns that he has a kid still a little later on.
Hey, nice find, girls.
Where do you get all this stuff?
Here and there. You know, some kids play rougher than others, so I try to be prepared.
How long have you been out on your own?
7 fantastic years.
7?
You would not believe the things I have seen.
There's so many different devices to watch movies on nowadays. I really, having seen a screening of it, I so encourage people to get to the theaters for this movie, because the detail that Pixar has put into Toy Story 4 is astonishing. And I mentioned before, but just like the way it's lit and the way it's shaded, the toys are shaded, just the artistry alone is so beautiful that you want a close up. It would be tough to see small, but it's just like, because it's so fun just to study. So I highly encourage people to see it at the theater.